Alright, what's going on, boys? We got a market recap today for Friday, May 23rd. We had a huge sell-off pre-market. We dumped a crazy amount during before, like an hour before market open. Trump came out and announced potentially he's going to add more tariffs to the EU, so that caused a big sell-off within the market. And so my original pre-market bias was kind of invalidated because we had just had this huge down close candle to the downside, and we are within daily for value gaps on both of these indexes. And so I had equilibrium of the range marked out, of the daily range marked out here, but we do have this new week opening gap down here from last week that I wanted to continue to see bearish price action towards. Because of how we had this huge displacement from news. Even though we are at equilibrium, I was still willing to go short here because A, NQ hadn't rebalanced equilibrium yet, and then B, ES was really close to this new week opening gap from last week, which this huge gap is eventually going to get filled at some point in time. And so when the market opened, I told myself that I was willing to wait and see if we get bearish structure out of this 1 hour imbalance and take the internal model to this 1 hour sell side liquidity. Within the first, let's go to NQ. Within the first 30 minutes of market open, I was scaled into the 1 minute chart, originally just looking for us to take this liquidity within the 1 hour imbalance and tap this and then get some internal model to the downside. Because sometimes when there's a huge news candle like this or pre-market news, what we'll do is we'll sweep this liquidity that's nestled within the high time frame fair value gap very quickly once market opens, and then sell off to its internal low. So I was looking for, I thought we might have gotten a quick move like that, but we didn't, and then we come up and further rebalance within the 1 hour fair value gap, and we never get any sort of entry model here. At some point, like, this was a straight up and down move. There was no structure formed, and then once we get later into market open, I need to see, because we're within a huge 1 hour for value gap, I need to see if this 5 minute structure start to form. I need to see a close below a 5 minute low. I was looking for this 5 minute bullish for value gap to get ran through right around here, but we never ran through it, never disrespected it, and we never closed below and broke 5 minute structure within the hourly fair value gap. And so there's no trades, no valid trades for me today. Potentially during PM session, I guess we could start to see this action, but I'm calling it. It's a Friday, end of the week. This week has been, as you know, this week has not been the best price action wise, and so definitely gonna call it here. And there was no valid trades for me, and yeah, man, I'm gonna keep this one short and simple because it was pretty boring. Just sit here and watch the market just not really go anywhere. And it looks like to me right now we're generating these lows, these low resistance liquidity lows, to maybe potentially run them. Who knows? I want to expect any sort of efficient price action with the way that the market has just been this week in general, like I said. But I did have a bearish bias today because we had this new week opening gap down here that was still unfilled from last week. And yeah, man, I'm going to keep this one. I think I already said that, but I'm going to keep this video short. Not going to hold y'all too long. Pretty simple stuff, and just didn't get to see what I was looking for today. Hopefully next week is a lot better. This is one of the worst trading weeks that I can remember in a long time, to be honest. It is a 3-day weekend, so Monday is Memorial Day. The markets will be closed, banks will be closed on Monday. So extra long weekend. Stay off the charts, boys. Enjoy yourself. Relax. Take some time off of the charts. That's the best thing that you can do during the weekends. Personally, that's what I'd like. If you know that you have a profitable strategy, there's no point in continuing to backtest and backtest and backtest and backtest. If you have a strategy, if you have a model that you know is profitable and you trust, hands off the charts this weekend, boys, and just relax and enjoy yourself. Reset the mental, because I know this week was not the easiest mentally for myself and a lot of other traders. So, yeah, just reset and come back next week ready to execute and follow our rules and attack when the market allows us to. So, I appreciate you watching. I'll see you on the next one, boys. Peace.